welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited for today's pick a card. Today we're going to see who are you meant to be with, okay? Who is Spirit guiding you to, leading you to, and really wanting you to enter a romantic relationship, long-term partnership, marriage with. We're going to see, who you're meant to be with. So that is our topic. We'll also see how you'll meet this person, when, and what will happen, how things will go down. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, go ahead and pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile as well for all of my readings. For group one, we have the Amethyst Crystal Point, and we'll be using the Land of Stories Tarot. For group two, we have the Galactophane Crystal Point, and we'll be using the Essential Tarot. For group three, we have the Finchonite Crystal Point, and we will be using the Salvic Legends Tarot. And for group four, we have the Labradorite, and we will be using the Pagan Tarot for group four. So go ahead, pause the video if you still need, time to decide, but we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group one with the Amethyst and the Land of Stories Tarot, this is your reading. We're going to see who are you meant to be with, okay, group one? Who does Spirit want you to be with, have planned for you, prepared for you? We will get all of that, Spirit. For group one with the Amethyst, please show us who they are meant to be with. Who is the person you have for them? Okay. So Spirit definitely wants you with someone who's romantic, someone who's a lover, and someone who is emotionally intelligent. We have the water card here in terms of signs. That would be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Spirit wants you to be with someone who has emotional intelligence, who has strength, who has the ability to walk you through things when you're struggling, who can really be that dependable other half for you, where it's like, okay, when I'm not at my best, I know that I have someone on my team who is going to show up, who's going to show up for me, who's going to show up for themselves, who's going to show up for our relationship, our partnership, our family unit as you guys grow into more expansion and whatnot. So Spirit really wants you with a person who's dependable. And we have Venus here, okay? Venus rules Libra, Venus rules Taurus, in terms of some other signs you can look for. But Venus, okay, she stands on her own, feminine energy, romantic energy. Spirit really wants you to be able to receive that love that feels pure, that love that feels genuine and is wholehearted. Spirit wants you to be loved wholly, fully, for all of you, and accepted for all that you are as well. So I'm getting a very deep, emotional, loving energy coming for you right away. You also may be a lover, not a fighter. Okay, Spirit is showing me polarities. So Spirit is showing me someone who is more kind of rough around the edges, someone who can be blunt, someone who can be quite feisty. And Spirit is saying this works for you because this is someone who's not going to escalate things. When you're on 10, when you're having an issue, when you're not able to work through it yourself and, you start really getting in your own head, Spirit is like, I want you to be with the person that's not going to amplify things, but that can bring you back down to earth, that can ground you, that can make you feel safe so that we can move beyond that. Spirit is really highlighting that move beyond it as well, almost like arguments in past relationships or situationships, or even like friendships. You may have seen this, where it's hard for you to move on from certain things because people just escalate things, or they flame the fire, or they pick at you, whatever. And then I'm also seeing the other side of the polarity, where it's like, for those of you who are very soft-hearted and more meek, Spirit is saying like your person that you're meant to be with, they match that energy, so they're not taking advantage of you. We have a Leo that came out as well. So strong protector energy. Spirit's like, I need you to surrender to this relationship with this person, with this Leo energy that is confident in themselves. They know themselves, so they're not triggered and thrown off even by you if you're triggered and thrown off, or even if you were to pick at them. And someone who is protective, someone who believes in, family, true partnership, someone who has things that they can add and give into the relationship. Spirit is like, I want you with a true partner. And Leo is very, very much so, kind of family oriented, pack mentality, where it's like we have a group of us who care for each other, protect each other, show up for each other. And then we have Earth here, which just grounds all of this energy. Capricorn, Taurus. We talked about Taurus for a second, being ruled by Venus. And who am I forgetting? Cap, Taurus, and Virgo, if you're looking for signs. And yeah, that Earth energy is I'm actually hearing down to earth, which ironically enough, I never hear that when I pull Earth energy. So I'm hearing that down to earth. Someone who... Okay, so now I'm picking up on a group of you who have been thinking for a while that you want to regress from social media or being seen as much. You may find yourself being really agitated when you can sense that you're being perceived. Picking up on that energy, and Spirit is like, listen, I want you to be with your life partner that you can go start that new life with. And even if you don't completely, disappear off of social media, this is just like, okay, Spirit's saying, I want you to be with the person that doesn't make you feel like you need to exert yourself and you need to show up for the world. I want you with the person that makes you feel like you can show up for yourself and give yourself what you need and give yourself all your time and your energy. Spirit, how or where will they meet the person they're meant to be with? Okay. So Spirit has definitely been hiding a lot of things from you in terms of connecting with the person you're meant to be with. And I also feel like your journey is naturally going to lead you towards this person. We have the travel card here that came up. I'm picking up for some of you that you may have heard this from multiple readings, multiple readers, maybe even a personal reading if you had one before, where they have confirmed to you that you will likely meet your person in travel. I am seeing that. And we have, the travel card that did come out. And we also have innocence here. So I see you meeting this person as you're exploring someplace new. Not gonna lie, group one, I don't feel like your person is where you currently are. You may already know that and sense that and feel that. And that doesn't mean that you have to move and that you have to travel in a big sense, but I do see Spirit really calling you to explore your city, explore your surroundings. It's kind of like, I almost feel like this tension, like you and Spirit are at odds, and it's like you're trying to tell Spirit, this is what I'm comfortable with. This is what I'm willing to do. This is what I'm willing to invest. But from Spirit, you may get a different answer, like, well, this is what I need you to do, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, it just feels like a lot. Yeah, I feel that too. I do feel like you and Spirit are kind of at odds a lot of the times because group one, you're very intuitive. So you get these messages. I feel like you're the type of person who you'll get a reading here and there to confirm, but your intuition is spot on and maybe you doubt it. So I would definitely work on strengthening that so you can trust it more. But I do see that this person is in a place you have never been. And for a lot of you, that's another city, that's another state, that's another region, that's another country. For a lot of you, it is far. But for a good amount of you, I also see Spirit kind of saying like they know intuitively where they're being called. Like Spirit is kind of telling me you already know. I just saw 1000. Spirit is telling me you already know. So I feel like if you are a part of the group that Spirit's calling you to go far, you know that intuitively. You may be rejecting that, but I do feel you know. We have the silence card here as well. So it's like so many things are being hidden from you. We have the key card here, which is gorgeous. And I'm glad we're getting a timeline for this reading as well. So I'll be able to see like, all right, well, when is this going to be unlocked? When are they going to be able to move to the next level and, you know, kind of step into this connection? But we have the key card here. So slowly but surely, Spirit is delivering to you information. Some people, their path isn't as complex and it's like things are really streamlined and it's easy and it's simple. For you, I really do feel like your life path, you may have taken the wandering path. Your path may not be so simple. It may really be complex, even down to like your school experiences. Maybe you were, you know, traveling a lot as a kid, or you felt misunderstood, or, you know, I'm hearing military brat, I think it's called. I'm hearing that. And we have the temptation card here. So there is going to be or multiple people that do try to pretend on your path like they're your divinely guided person. Group one, I feel like you attract like demonic people. Not to be dramatic, but I really do. Like I feel like you attract low vibrational, like it feels evil people. It does. It feels that way to me, where it's like they see you and they can tell that you're already on a road driving. It's like imagine you're driving and you see a hitchhiker and you don't want to pick up the hitchhiker. It's like people throw themselves at you. Like imagine something crazy happening, like someone's like, you try to drive past them, you can't help them, and they try to like exert themselves on your path in your journey in your car. That's how this feels. Like it feels like you attract some really low vibrational people who try to force themselves into your timeline, into your path. And like I said, your intuition is spot on. So you can tell pretty quickly whether or not someone is really the person that you're supposed to move to the next level with, or if they're just temptation. So I feel like you've been really intuitive and you've been able to pick up on, you know, this temptation. I feel like you've been able to pick up on people and whether or not they're genuine, but I'm feeling that energy of people just trying to force themselves into your path. And from Spirit's perspective, I feel like everything is tied together. Like you connecting with your life partner will be very natural for you. I feel like you connecting with your life partner is something that will like literally happen for you, whether or not you're trying, because it's just on your life path. But I also feel like people can sense there's something special about you and they try to exert themselves into your life, into your path. Like even friends, coworkers, you may experience that a lot, where it's like they just try to force you to come out with them. And it's like, bruh, I'm the type of person that likes to check in and check out. Okay, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna do my job, I'm gonna get my coin, and then I'm leaving. I'm going home and I'm forgetting that this place even exists until the next time I clock in. And people are like, no, always trying to press you about going out and whatnot. I'm just feeling a forceful energy around you. It could be your family or the religion you were raised under as well. Okay, Spirit, so how is this happening for them? How is this coming together? It feels very natural. We have the Knight of Cups reversed here. So I don't feel like there's anything that you need to go out of your way to do. Yeah, Chariot in reverse and the Seven of Cups. There's definitely an energy of multiple paths that you can take, and a lot of them being like booby traps. We got the Magician that just showed up reversed here as well. It's like you've tried to manifest this, and I feel like you have been able to manifest like a good partner towards you, but not the one. So we have the Chariot in reverse and the Magician in reverse. With the Chariot in reverse, I would say keep up on your spiritual cleansing. You could be crossed up in the background. So I would definitely say like doing an uncrossing, working on yourself, or cleansing your energy, clearing out past connections, disconnecting yourself from anyone who's attached to you. We got the Three of Swords. So it just kind of feels like heartbreak kind of follows you, but it's not even your heartbreak. It's like people just keep going and going and going and keep trying to force themselves into your life. And then they finally get into your life and you care about them a bit. And then they still feel discontent. They're still not happy even when they get their way, because they can tell intuitively themselves, I don't have group one's heart all the way. They can sense that there's something that's being held back, or a part of you that you hold sacred to yourself and you don't share with anyone. And it just doesn't work out. People try to force themselves into your life and whatnot, and it just doesn't work out. So I would definitely cleanse your energy. It could be a person that has an attachment to you, could be a spirit if you're, breaking generational curses, or if you know that you done played with a Ouija board when you're 13 and ever since then you done been followed. Or it could just be like, it could be anything, honestly. Even conflict can draw negative energy into your life, and if you don't clear it, it can remain. So regardless of the origin, I would definitely clear that. But yeah, group one, not gonna lie, this is gonna happen very naturally. Spirit is leading to you together with this person. I really don't feel like you could kind of force this if you wanted to, especially with the Magician in reverse. So you could just be cool, be easy. And let me tell you from the standpoint of a reader, okay? Let me tell you from the standpoint of someone who reads so many people, this is not a lot of people's path. A lot of people do have to do the most. They have to manifest the house. They can't stop. They get no reprieve. It's not on their path. They have to do the most to secure a relationship. So the fact that you don't, just know you're actually on the better side of things. But it won't feel that way until you get what you're looking for. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's going to happen for you very naturally. We have the Six of Cups here, and we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So Spirit is kind of saying this isn't something you have to work for. This is something that will be given to you, Six of Cups, when the time is right. So you're going to meet this person by following your heart and by following your inspiration. Whatever you're being called to do, whether that's learning, going to events, meeting new people, it has something to do with travel for sure. And if not travel, definitely expanding when it comes to your creativity and what you feel is calling you in a creative way. We have the Knight of Cups reversed and the Seven of Cups here. It just feels like there's booby traps all around you. Can't lie. It feels like, the odds are kind of stacked against you in a way, because there's all these people who are attracted to you and, having a hard time accepting the rejection, that just want to be a part of your story in any way they can. So I would definitely keep up on the spiritual protection. And if that's the reason that you're more conservative or that you stay inside, you're a homebody, oof, I get that. And then we have Temperance reversed and the Two of Wands reversed. So Spirit is kind of saying, we can't do very much more with what we have and where we're at. We're really going to need to expand beyond where we are. Spirit, how do they need to expand? Wow, we have the Sun here, your solar plexus, strengthening your solar plexus. The Sun is all about you. It says your being. It says your essence, your energy, self-awareness, your life force. Recharging your life force would be really good for you. It says your spirit, your creativity. We were talking about that as well. So following through on creative pursuits, I really do feel like is enough. I'm seeing raving now. I never see that. I'm seeing someone at their first rave, or going back to a rave after a period of not going to any. And maybe that's just what you need to shake things up and get you out of your skin and, just in the moment and meeting new people. It says masculinity, distinction, childishness, the ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, your shine, your heartbeat, and the Father. So Spirit is definitely guiding you to activate your masculine energy as well and take action based on the things that you feel. You're discontent. All right, let's up and at 'em. Let's take action. Let's do this. Let's create that change. Let's get the timeline before I forget, Spirit, for group one. What is the timeline for group one? We have August, and it depends on someone else's actions. So when that card comes out, usually that has to do with someone inviting you somewhere. Also, I got a lot of this having to do with like your natural life path leading you to your person. I'm not saying that you have to manifest this. I'm not saying that you have to do the most for it, or really that you have to do anything. So this opportunity is going to come to you, and oh, I love that, because that likely means that this person will even approach you first and whatnot, and that just makes things even easier. We got hours and 05. So I see you getting some sort of major sign, signal, synchronicity very soon, and that's going to be your confirmation within 5 hours that this is your reading and that Spirit has this for you. Yeah. Okay. And now I'm seeing a lot of things about your timeline. So I feel like you may not see where everything is connected. You know, you may be like, okay, Spirit, why put in all this work if I still have to wait so long? As of now, tapping in just where you are now and what you're doing, it's gonna be a waste, not gonna lie. You will likely meet this person in August. Your path is going to lead you to them, but especially if you've been for months, years, putting off the changes Spirit has been leading you to, that could definitely delay your timeline. We got in the next few years and in the distant future. Now, for some of you, you could just be quite young or not ready for a relationship, freshly out of a relationship. We're talking about the forever partner, so a few years isn't long to wait for the person you're going to settle down with. This is not your next fling, your next boyfriend, your next girlfriend, that kind of thing. And I do all those kind of readings all the time. So I would definitely check that out if you're looking for just a little boost of confidence to know something is on the way sooner. But we're talking about like your long-term, like life partner. We have patience is needed and wait out for a better time. So another thing I do see is the person that Spirit has for you, that person has their own life and own, hurdles and whatnot that they're going through as well. And so often we internalize, especially things to do with the timeline. When things aren't coming as quickly as we would want them to, or in the timeline that we want them to, we often think, oh, I got to keep manifesting, I got to do the most. With the Magician in reverse, I'm not saying that that's the case for you, not saying that you have to manifest. If anything, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this is going to be very seamless and easy and really take zero effort on your part, beyond leaning into things that strengthen your solar plexus, your confidence, your creativity, beyond things that have to do with just you and your happiness in this life. But yeah, this person on their end, they have some aligning to do and some work to do as well. So don't internalize everything as on you, because it definitely isn't. We have hours in 05. You may be seeing this video around 5 p.m. at 5 something. You could be seeing 555, 505, 515, 525, any combinations with fives as angel numbers. But in the next 5 hours, Spirit is going to give you some sort of confirmation, something that's significant to you. So say like blue butterflies are always a totem for you. You may see a blue butterfly in the next 5 hours. And that's what I got for you, Group 1. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings, that is where you can find me. And that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 2 with the Galactophane Crystal Point and the Essential Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see who are you meant to be with, how will you meet this person, when, what will happen. We'll get all of this for you. Group 2. Did I say Group 1? I meant to say Group 2 with the Galactophane Crystal. Spirit, please show us. Let's start here. For Group 2 with the Galactophane Crystal Point, who are they meant to be with? The cards are very active for you right away, kind of jumping in. I get also a little bit of a chaotic energy with you. So you may have this quiet, chaotic vibe to you where people almost feel like, it's like the toddler that wants to touch the stove and then they learn after they touch the stove not to touch the stove and to stay out of the kitchen. You give divine heat. You give divine temptation. I'm seeing a lot of people in your energy and just wanting to be your person, wanting to be the one that you value, wanting to be the person that you surrender to and settle down with. A lot of people really get a confidence boost. They get off on getting you to surrender to them. A lot of people want to be in your energy. A lot of people want to be your favorite. A lot of people want you. Or they see you like as this temptation, like this person that they want to experience. So for you, group 2, that may have actually gotten you into some trouble or gotten you into some situations where you didn't feel like you could really be yourself because people just saw you as this exotic force or as this person that fills their mind with, I'm hearing you fill my mind up with ideas. You may be the muse to some musicians, to some poets, to some writers, to some entertainers. You could, be the inspiration for a lot of people, even in school. Like, people could have always tried to put you in the op position, and it's like, bruh, I'm not your op. I'm not your opposition. I'm not fighting you. Like, you're in a solo beef, You may have experienced that. So anyways, let's talk about this person. I just noticed that the cards were so active as soon as I started shuffling your cards. As soon as I touched the cards, it's like so many cards want to come out. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of people in your energy. You have a very strong attraction, a very strong pull. Okay, so talking about the person that you're meant to be with, we got Jupiter. That's our first card out. The planet of home, the planet of expansion, growth, higher learning, knowledge. Spirit wants you with someone who's philosophical, maybe not someone who's philosophical in the sense that, they're all about like, self-help, because that can be kind of exhausting, like self-help, or philosophical in the sense that they always need to work things through like verbally with you, but someone who can keep up, I'm hearing. Spirit really wants you with that person who can keep up. Also, Jupiter is giving me strong energy of like higher education. So it looks like Spirit wants you with like someone who is high in the sense of like, this could be a doctor, this could be a lawyer, this could be a professor, someone who's had 8+ years of school that they've gone through, 8+ years of a commitment to a certain path. And I'm also seeing that in multiple ways where it's like, Spirit is saying this because it's like, okay, that person will also have the discipline that I want you to be connected to. This person will have the commitment, They've committed to themselves and their educational path for multiple years. We have Taurus, ruled by Venus. And, Taurus is an earth sign. Taurus loves to be comfortable. Taurus loves luxury. Taurus like to eat. Taurus like to sleep. Taurus like to be comfortable. Taurus loves to catch a vibe, okay? Let's watch movies with our favorite snacks. Let's decorate for the holidays, Taurus just kind of loves all the vibes and to feel good, anything that makes you feel good. So Spirit is saying, I want you with someone who you can depend on, someone who you also know their location. That's very specific. So maybe you've had people, exes in the past where you couldn't keep track of them. They were always shady and dodgy about their whereabouts. Spirit's like, no, I need group 2 with that person that they always know where they're going to be, okay? My baby's always going to be at the house. And maybe that's just exactly what you need. Someone who's a safe space for you, someone who feels comfortable, someone who you can trust, and someone who is not moving around too much. I'm sensing a strong need for like stability. That's what Spirit wants for you. We got water here. In terms of signs, that would be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But water as an element is feminine. It is intuitive. It is emotionally strong, emotionally intelligent. And that's the second time I'm feeling that. Jupiter with higher learning and teaching and, being a student. And then water with someone who has gone through their own stuff in life and they have learned and grown from it. So Spirit really wants you with that person who you don't have to teach, but that has already learned from the universe. I'm getting strong full package energy. Like Spirit's like, I want you with the finished product, okay? Not the one that you have to teach and shepherd to greatness, but the one who is already there, the one who's already worked on themselves and leveled up in their own way and can be a benefit and value to you. Someone who understands their emotions and can furthermore understand your emotions and support you. We have Pluto. So group 2, you may be a little bit of a brat, okay? You may love the drama. That could be a part of your shadow side that, okay, not gonna lie, I do love a bit of the drama. That could be something. Because Pluto, Pluto's the planet of death, rebirths, beginnings, and immediately Spirit said, I need group 2 with someone who is willing to leave group 2, someone who's not going to walk all over them. So it's a delicate balance. It's a tightrope. But yeah, you need someone who's independent, someone who doesn't need you. Because when you end up in those relationships with people who need you in an unhealthy way, it can either get very exhausting because you always have to show up, or it can make you kind of, dip into your shadow side. And if we're honest about it, maybe being in a relationship with a yes man, a yes woman, someone who's just always yes, 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 whatever you want, sweetie, it can be very unhealthy. It can get toxic, and there's so much responsibility that you have to have as the person who's in a relationship with someone who kisses the ground that you walk on, because you don't want to take advantage of that. That can sour your relationship. So Spirit is saying, I need you with someone with strength, power, with grit, someone who would leave if they had to, if you were doing too much, someone who has enough dignity and self-respect to say, this is not what I deserve. And someone who consistently recreates themselves and goes through their own regeneration as well. So they're not staying stagnant and stuck in the same their entire life. And then we have Neptune, the planet of the unconscious, the planet of the subconscious. We're getting a lot of water energy coming through with you. And Neptune, she's an interesting planet for sure. Hard to understand. She's one of those planets that really just needs to be felt for you to kind of get it. So Spirit is kind of saying, I need you with someone who's intuitive, someone who's willing to go with the flow in the moment, someone who's free. I'm feeling with that. Someone who isn't confined to what society tells them they should be as a man, as a woman, as a person, but someone who is themselves and goes with what Spirit is, kind of leading them into. Spirit, how or where will they meet this person? Nice. We got the grace card here that came out right away. So what I can tell you, group 2, is you are receiving favor. When it comes to how you'll meet your person, you're experiencing divine grace. So that means that Spirit is leading you to this person, leading this person to you. You will have favor when it comes to the process of meeting this person. So I don't see the meeting in itself being too hard or complicated for you. Wow, we have the protection card. And yeah, I feel like that goes back to like the little speech I was giving in the beginning of your reading, feeling how people want to control you and how they feel so attracted to you and just want to have you. With the protection card, things may not be able to go any other way for you. You may, really need that divine protection. And I feel that you are under divine protection. And that could honestly be a matter of that could be about how people feel in relation to you. Like maybe Spirit originally was, would be totally fine with you having to learn some things on the way to meeting your person. But then once there was this obsession that people developed with you and this control they wanted to have over you, it's kind of like Spirit's like, nope, all right, we got to put group 2 under divine protection. Yeah, we got the secrets card. So you're going to meet this person very serendipitously, very synchronistically. This will come together on its own. I'm really not feeling like you have to manifest this or go out of your way to meet this person. This person, you're also going to meet them in divine timing. And we'll get a timeline here as well, of course. But we have distance and the unknown. So your person could live in a different country, in a different region, in a different state. They could be at a distance to you. Interestingly enough, though, I'm not feeling that this relationship is going to start as a long distance relationship. So I don't see that that's your message either, where it's like, okay, this person lives at a distance, so it's going to have to be long distance in the beginning. No, this person could end up moving, to you. And that's the whole thing. Like, spirit is divinely leading them to you. So don't even worry your pretty little head about it. We have the events card here, so you will likely meet them at some event. This could be a concert, this could be a show, this could be at someone's wedding, this could be at a birthday, at a graduation season coming upon us. You can meet this person at the cookout, at the event. It'll likely be at some sort of event, but we have the unknown card here. So listen, it's like that saying, stay ready so you don't got to get ready. Go ahead and stay ready so you don't have to get ready, because this isn't something that you have to seek out or something that you have to make happen. I just saw 1144. This is something that is kind of hidden and unknown, and you're being divinely protected. Spirit's giving you grace. Spirit's going to make sure it happens. But this person is at a distance to you anyway, so it's like only divine serendipity could really kind of lead you to them, because it's like, okay, if you guys don't live in the same place anyways, you can meet this person as you're traveling, or they can meet you as they're traveling, or vice versa. So it's kind of like, okay, it's not like you would find them if you went to, like, because sometimes when you want to put yourself out there, it's like, okay, let me go to my local, bar, or my local hangout spot, my local coffee shop. Like, let me try to meet people. But I don't see that you still wouldn't end up coming upon them. So allow spirit to lead you. I just saw 123, 1230 to be exact. Allow spirit to lead you. Doesn't mean that you wouldn't meet someone great if you were to go out, but not the person that spirit has prepared for you. Okay, so spirit, how is this coming together? How is this happening? We have the Four of Cups with the Devil in reverse. Spirit is working overtime to divinely protect you. And I feel like you're kind of over that message, because it's like, yeah, Ten of Cups. I just want my happily forever after. I just want my person. I don't want to hear about no devil. Okay, if there is temptation, or if there is someone trying to get me, I will block them in their tracks. And I believe that. I believe you have developed thick skin and the ability to speak up for yourself and the ability to protect yourself and make sure that, the foolishness cannot get to you. But even so, I just keep getting that reiteration. Spirit's like, okay, listen, Ten of Cups, even Ten of Cups can be kind of like that world card moment energy where everything just kind of comes together at the same time. So with the Devil and the Four of Cups, Spirit is saying the harder you try, the more you actually align yourself with people who are not for you. Honestly, the message I get for you, group 2, is stop looking. Stop looking, because you're getting in your own way, causing yourself to go through more and more relationships with people who were never meant for you, people who hurt you, etc. And then it's kind of like, Spirit, why do you allow me to end up in this situation? And Spirit's like, nah, I did not tell you to go out that night. You went out that night because you were impatient. Or, this happened because of, some, maybe you allowed yourself to feed into a certain kind of content. There's like a lot of dating content out today that tells you, okay, you want to do this, let's come at this at a psychological level. So you're in your dark masculine, your dark feminine, and blocking your blessings because you're in the dark, Or, if you want to get in a relationship, this is how you need to do. This is what you need to, this is how you need to act. This is what you need to do. And that stuff kind of gets you out of your true authenticity. Therefore, you attract things that aren't even authentic to you. That's another thing I see a lot. A lot of people putting out an energy that isn't authentic, so then they get that energy reflected back to them. And it's not necessarily that they meet people who are also inauthentic, but they just meet people that they're not naturally a match to, because they were putting out a version of themselves that isn't who they really are. So honestly, group 2, I'm telling you, don't worry your pretty little head. Allow this to happen to you. Allow it to come in. I'm really seeing no work is required at this time, not on your part, nothing directly related to love. If anything, I see the messages being more about you leaning into that solar plexus and really just following the path of creativity, of fun, of friendship, you know, wherever spirit is leading you in a life purpose kind of way. But we got the World in reverse and the Six of Wands reversed. So I do feel like Spirit's kind of got things on hold for you. We got the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Nice. So again, it's like, yeah, this person coming towards you, the Judgment card just fell out here as well. Spirit is saying there's going to be a very clear call to action when it is time for you to move, but your intuition is so spot on. You're going to know exactly when that is and what to do. Let's get a timeline. Spirit for group 2. When are they meeting this person they are meant to be with? Yep, I knew that. We got divine timing is at play. That's one of the cards that came out. Ooh. We have divine timing is at play, and it depends on your action. So Spirit is leading you to do something very specific at this time, and it isn't directly related to your romantic partner. Spirit is calling you to make some sort of career change, or to tap into that creativity, to tap into that exploration, you know, part of yourself. I feel a strong energy of Spirit calling you towards inspiration as well. I'm hearing inspiration journey. So Spirit may be calling you to do some sort of travel that has nothing to do with you meeting your person. You meeting your person is kind of like a benefit that comes with that travel, but you may not meet this person directly at that, you know, on that trip. So say Spirit has been guiding you towards, you know, divine inspiration and going out of your comfort zone and going to new places. It's like the first place you're going to go, it's not for them though. It's not like for you to meet them. It's for you to, I just heard meet yourself. But it's for you to explore that side of you, and that will connect you with your romantic partner. So Spirit may be calling you towards a inspiration journey, going to find, you know, creative inspiration. I keep seeing Japan as well. Spirit keeps showing me Japan and Asia. I keep seeing that. And I don't feel like your person will necessarily be on that trip, but it's like the things you bring back with you. So the inspiration that you come back home with, then that will lead you to that person. So say you take a trip to Japan and you start to get interested in a very specific kind of art. That will open you up to, once you get back home, to then say, you know what, we actually have this kind of art themed museum in my city that I've never ever been to. And that's where you meet them. It's kind of like that, where it's like the divine inspiration, or you leaning into that first house transformation of the self. That is what's going to lead you to this partner, but this partner isn't directly on there. Like Spirit keeps bringing this back to really being something that has to do with you. And we have divine timing is at play. So Spirit is leading this. We have 06, or sorry, we have 16 and 07. So you can meet this on the 16th. You can meet this person on the 7th. You can meet this person in July, with July being the 7th month as well. We have June, that did come up. So the 6th month. And then we have Tuesday. So these are all things you can look out for. Tuesday the 7th, Tuesday the 16th, June the 16th, June the 7th on a Tuesday, anything like that. But yeah, tapping in, I really feel like this is something that's like a benefit that comes with you on your personal journey automatically. You really don't have to try or do the most for it. So I want you to relax into that. Like, okay, you know what? I don't have to work so hard. I can get out of my, you know, work hard era where I have to do everything for things to come together, and I can allow myself to be taken care of by the universe, and maybe that in itself is the journey for you. We got Scorpio, we got Capricorn, and we got the second house. The second house with assets, it says the material world, your possessions, finance, talent, your values, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, and aesthetics. So you could be called towards an aesthetic change. You could be called towards a wardrobe change, shifting your values, tapping into your talent as well, leveling up that credit score, really getting into that financial security, the material world. That could be a new car, that could be a new home. And then we have Scorpio, the powerhouse, and Capricorn, the boss. Capricorn is all about, depending on yourself. Capricorns are known for being hard workers. I do find that Capricorns are more work hard, play hard, though. Capricorns have like an otherworldly amount of finesse. Like, it's the worst thing you could ever do is underestimate a Capricorn and think they're going to be your hardest worker, because I promise you they're not going to be. I promise you that they're going to figure out what's the most efficient way to do things, and then you're going to be Cap. That's a whole other conversation, because I feel like Cap must struggle in the workplace with the manager trying to say, okay, you finished all your work, so do this and this and this, or trying to just dump extra stuff on them because they're so efficient with it. It's like, nope, sweetheart, I'm not working above my pay grade. I done finessed the system and found out how to do a 6-hour job in 3, and you mad. Let me get off of that. But Capricorn, one thing they do amazingly is they work through themselves and their own energy, and Spirit is trying to get you to tap into that as well. And with Scorpio, the powerhouse here, Spirit is trying to get you to tap into your divine regeneration aspect and the underworld, perhaps. That is what I have for you, Group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like your own private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings. That is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 3 with the Finchonite Crystal Point and the Salvic Legends Tarot, this is your reading. Tapping in to see who are you meant to be with, how will you meet them, when will you meet them, how will things happen. We'll get all of those details, Spirit, for Group 3 with the Finchonite Crystal Point. Please show us their person. Who are they meant to be with? For Group 3, who are they meant to be with? Ooh, we got the Sun card here. Ooh, I just started hearing, what's wrong with being confident? Yeah, there's an energy here of Spirit saying you need a confident partner. You need someone who knows themselves. And I feel like you guys may be very good with pouring into people, gassing people up, making them feel confident. You may do that for your friends, for your coworkers, strangers at the bar, wherever you meet people. You may just be that kind of person, like complimentary. You like people to feel good. But Spirit really wants you with someone who already feels good. And even if they can appreciate your confidence, Spirit wants you to be with someone who doesn't need your compliments. They don't need you to build them up. They have a strong sense of self and a strong sense of value internally. The Sun does rule Leo as well. That's a sign you can look out for. Ooh, I didn't even see there was another card under there. So we got the Sun, we got Cancer, and then we have Sagittarius. So Sag is ruled by Jupiter, our planet of luck, expansion, higher learning, education. Spirit wants you to be with someone who's well-versed. I'm also seeing street smart and book smart. Spirit is showing me that differentiation, like Group 3 needs both. They need the person that not only is book smart and, has a degree or has a good job or has worked hard, has knowledge they've acquired through life, but also they need to understand, I just heard the struggle. So for some of you, perhaps you really do need a partner that has some grit or that has the ability to understand you, understand your story. But yeah, going back to street smart, Spirit is really highlighting that, like Group 3 needs both. They need the person that is aware of the world and their surroundings, but also is, collegiate, someone who is smart, someone who has you know, additional skills. This could even be multiple languages. It doesn't even have to be like school and based around academia and learning. You could be dark academia. That could be your vibe. Also, Spirit is showing me like rain on a windowsill and a bookstore. It almost looks like those like lo-fi study with me videos where it's like, so you may listen to those too. You may vibe out to like, you know, I really love those videos on YouTube where you can find and people are just, they describe the vibe and then you play the video. It's like vampire princess in the early 1900s vibe or something like that, and then you listen to the video and it's like music and it's like that vibe. You may be into that, listening to lo-fi videos or videos that have like the music with the visual as well. And then we have Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So Spirit is saying the person you're meant to be with is emotionally intelligent and also intelligent in matters of the world. Spirit really wants you to be with the full package. I keep getting this energy of Spirit not wanting you to compromise. There's an energy here of Spirit really wanting you not to have to choose. It's like, I want you to have this and that. I want you to have both sides. And then we have the Sun card here, divine masculine energy, confidence, life force. You may have dated people before who were a bit lazy or homebodies to an unhealthy extent, you know, like a lot of gaming or spending a lot of time on their computer, doom scrolling on their phone for hours. You know, Spirit is like, I want you to get out of your rotting era where you can, it doesn't mean that you have to go out all the time, especially not out with other people, but more interaction. Spirit really wants you with an active partner, someone who can inspire you and someone who can, ooh, I just heard lead. Me personally, I don't like that word, but I heard lead, someone who can lead you to greatness, someone who can make you an even better version of yourself, someone who can heal you, help you. And then we have Pluto, which is like underworld daddy, okay? Pluto is our planet of death, of rebirth, regeneration, endings. Spirit is saying you need someone with a little bit of bite. I keep getting that as well, that duality of like, okay, we have the emotional, intuitive nature of Cancer, and then we have the fully surrendered to the universe or even destructive aspect of Pluto here. It's like Spirit really wants you with the person that is the full package, who is a full, whole human. So you may have done a lot of personal work in this life, and Spirit's like, yeah, I need you with the person that's going to match that energy, not the person that you have to teach, not the person that you have to coach to get to your level, but the person who's already at your level, who has things that they can add to you, if anything. Spirit, for group 3, how or where will they meet? How will they meet their person that they're meant to be with? Well, we have the Ruins card that came out right away. For maybe just a few of you, especially if you have a trip planned, I'm picking up on, I can't sense exactly where it is, but I am seeing ruins, but that could be to Mayan cultures, that could be Europe, like it could be so many places. So many places have ruins. So if you have a trip coming up that has any sort of ruins, I'm seeing like tall concrete structures. You could like literally by chance, this is like a message for one or two of you, meet your person there. But I'm also seeing with ruins that you're meeting this person when it actually isn't the best time in your life. You could be having an unlucky streak. You could be freshly out of a relationship, going through a breakup. I just heard friendship breakup. So you could be meeting this person as you're expanding and trying new things and opening yourself up to new places because, you know, certain people aren't in your life anymore. Nice. Okay. So we have the key here. I was just seeing someone handing over apartment keys or home keys. So this could be a person that he literally hands you your keys. This could just so happen to be like your landlord or your neighbor in your new place, especially if you're already planning to move. I'm not getting that energy as of now where Spirit is calling for you to do something. We did get the beginnings card, which is really good. So I do see that you're meeting this person as you're entering a new phase in your life, but it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like, oh, Spirit is calling you to move so you can have a relationship. Not at all. I feel like your path will naturally link you to your person. I'm not getting an energy where Spirit is calling you to go out of your way to move. So unless that's already been on your spirit and your consciousness or in your plans, then I wouldn't worry about that at all. But we do have the key card here. This person could be working in the office at your place. This person could be handing you over your new keys for your car. And also the key always comes out with a very symbolic undertone where Spirit is kind of saying, I'm giving you the keys in a symbolic kind of way. Like I'm giving you the next steps. I'm giving you the exact coordinates. I'm giving you the tools that you need or the next steps, or I'm providing the provisions for you. So the key a lot of times is a very confirming message that you don't have to do very much. But we do have the beginnings card here. So yeah, that's the other side of the coin of Pluto. You know, it's the planet of beginnings and endings, because even though it has a lot to do with endings or destruction, it also has a lot to do with something new beginning. When something ends, it's not just like, okay, you're in the void space. It's like there's always a new door that opens, a new life. You walk into a new era. So this person is going to be a part of your new era. If you're going through a glow up right now, that glow up is going to lead you directly to this person. And then we have the air card here in terms of signs. You can look out for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. But air is all about being outside, connecting with new people. Air is also traveling energy. I'm also seeing birds, like Spirit is showing me almost like a greenhouse type of setup. So if you have anything like that in your city, definitely, you know, give that a wander and see who you end up meeting or seeing there. Because I'm also seeing like it looks like something that you can go do as an excursion, where you can go see the birds or something like that. Any other hints, Spirit, as to how or where they're meeting? We have the detachment card here. So Spirit is really kind of guiding you actually not to go out of your way to try to meet this person. You really want to come at this with an energy of detachment. We have the travel card here as well. Detachment and travel. So yeah, I'm getting a strong traveling energy, but I feel like these are plans you've already had. So that trip that hasn't left the group chat yet, that will likely lead you to your person, okay? That trip that you've been planning, wanting to go on, and it can even be a trip to a new store that you haven't been to. Like say there's a new Whole Foods in your city, like try not to be too extreme with it, because travel, you can definitely, you know, explore your current environment. Spirit. Please show us how this is happening. How are they meeting the person they're meant to be with? How is this coming together? What will happen? Yeah, you're releasing something. Oh my goodness. But we have the 8 of Cups reverse. So you may be seeing 808, 818, different combinations of 8s, because we have the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Cups that have come out together. Excuse me. Both reversed. Thank you if you said bless you. I know I do that. But we have the 8 of Swords reversed and the 8 of Cups reversed here. So there's an energy of you really having a hard time taking a leap of faith. I'm really feeling group 3. There is something that Spirit is already calling you to do. And I got this energy with group 2 as well. Maybe you were called to group 2, where it's like what you're being called to do has something to do with your personal level up, but you may be having a hard time, 8 of Cups in reverse, letting go of the current version of yourself or your current state, or let me give you a personal example. So for me, I'm challenging myself. I'm going back to my more free-spirited way of dressing. I've had curly hair for like the last 2-3 years. And that's specifically because I like the response that I get from other people when I have curly hair. Automatically, I just get treated better. I don't know what's up with that. Usually people say like the straight hair girlies, they get, the best energy. But for me, I don't know. I think it makes me look exotic and whatnot. So I've had, just this big curly hair. And even from not even like romantic attention, but just from store associates, they treat me a lot better. It also makes me look a lot, like not a lot, but a bit younger as well. And I noticed that like I had this cute little sweater and then this bow in my hair, and I got called like, I forgot what it was, but one of those like cute pet names for like, younger girls, like sweetheart or something like that. I don't know. But I was like, whoa, I never get that response. It's so weird. So I committed to that and I kept doing it because, that's where I got the best response. But as time has gone on, I've wanted to try different aesthetics. I've always been an aesthetics kind of person. I'm used to constantly transforming. And for the last 3 years, I've stayed with the same look. And it was so hard for me to let go of the curly hair and to go back to the wild, because I always change my hair and I do colors, red, orange. I've done faux locks. I've done like so many hairstyles, so many different, like, I just love that to change my look. It's been a part of my identity. But I got caught in this loop because I wanted to be seen a certain kind of way and be received a certain kind of way that I cut off that part of myself. And this summer I'm challenging myself to go back to that and to be more explorative and not to care that, okay, what if, the associates at my local grocery store, they see me and every day I look different. Oh my God, they're going to be confused. And it's like, so what? Let them be confused. This is about your happiness. Eight of Swords reverse, Spirit is calling you to untie yourself, untangle yourself from your current life and situation. And also her eyes are covered here with this Eight of Swords. Let me flip it up right so you can see. She's got a blindfold on. So Spirit is showing like you can't see the full picture, but these changes are going to liberate you a whole lot more than you think. And you can't predict how it's going to change your energy, your life, your response. And it's not going to necessarily make sense. Like if Spirit is calling you towards a creative change, say Spirit is calling you to try a new hobby, you would look at that and think, how the heck would that possibly level up my love life? Like Spirit. And a lot of times we hear these certain messages and we're like, no, that doesn't have anything to do with what I want, so I'm not going to lean into that. But you're actually missing out on opportunities, and we can't see everything. We don't have the bird's eye view. So maybe you've been seeing a lot of birds as well as symbolism and as totems and messages. I feel like Spirit may be speaking to you through birds and really highlighting different birds and bird symbolism for you. And it's ultimately for you to grow and expand and to experience a whole different reality. So these changes will 1000% be worth it. But you are going to have to let some things go. 4 of Coins in reverse, 10 of Wands reverse, all that you've built. I mean, come on, 4 of Coins. This duck is sitting on a pile of riches, and you're telling me to let go of what I've built. And that could be the version of yourself that gets a certain response like me, or that could be a friendship, a relationship, a place. And it can feel unfair. A lot of times when we resist, that's when those tower moments start to happen and you feel like you're being pushed out, forced out, and you don't have a choice. So don't let it get to that full extent. We have the Ace of Wands. Your next era, Group 3, is going to be about full embodiment of who you are. And that's who you are now after all the time that has passed, after everything you've been through. And it's time to step into a new era, a better era. And it really is for your best good. Let's get a timeline before I forget. Spirit for Group 3. Who are they meant to be with? Who is Group 3 meant to be with? Can you show us the timeline for this relationship coming together? Oof, we got such a mixed timeline. This never happened, surprisingly. So I feel like this can manifest for you as soon as you implement the changes. We did also get it depends on someone else's actions. And I was getting that all throughout your spread, that what you're being called to do will kind of ironically lead you towards your partner, but that isn't at all the goal of Spirit calling you to do certain things. That's just kind of like a side benefit that comes with you leaning into these creative changes and these personal changes that Spirit is leading you to. So I feel like you've done your part in relation to connecting with your person. And it's just about getting at the same place at the same time with that person. And that Spirit will make happen. And that's why you just want to lean into your intuition and where Spirit is calling you to do, or calling you to go, and leaning into what Spirit is calling you to do, so that you can, connect with this person. But I don't see that there's anything like in terms of like manifestation, or I'm not getting any of those messages like Spirit's calling you to go out more and to do this and to do this. It's like, no, not at all. Your journey to your person you're meant to be with, it's going to naturally occur by you following the path of really least resistance, the path that you're naturally called to. And we do have time is on your side, so I don't feel like you're going to have to wait too long. But we did get a very, very mixed timeline. I mean, we got January, we got May, we got Cancer season, which is June and July, and then Sag season, which is November and December. So I'm either getting a message of this person was supposed to come in already. You would probably already know that. Like if you've gotten a personal reading and you got a personal prediction, someone to tap into your personal timeline, or if you have gotten a message, it could be through dreams, it could be through visions, whatever way Spirit communicates to you. But if you got a message that something was already supposed to be here, yeah, I can validate that as well. I am getting that for a few of you. But the overwhelming message, the strongest energy I get with the timeline is that this can happen any day. And it's just about you kind of leaning into where Spirit is kind of guiding you. We did get number 15. 15 could be significant. This could be a prevalent angel number that you see as well, like 15, different combinations of 1s and 5s. As you're about to meet this person, you can meet them, of course, on the 15th of the month, 15 days from now, 15 months from now. I don't feel like 15 years from now, though. And then we have Cancer season, which is June 21st to July 22nd, and Sagittarius season, which is November 22nd to December 21st. So that is what I have for you. And yeah, that is your reading today. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the Labradorite Crystal Point and the Pagan Tarot, this is your reading. Tapping in, we're going to see who are you meant to be with? How will you meet this person? When will you meet this person? How will this happen? How will this come together? We'll get all of that, Spirit, for group 4 with the Labradorite. Please show us the person they are meant to be with. Who is this person for group 4? We got the Sun card here as the very first card out for you. So we have divine masculine energy. I just heard the Sun and the Moon. You could have the Moon in your first house or in your Venus. I'm also seeing the Mercury placement. You could be a selenophile or selenophile. That basically means like someone who loves the moon. You could feel very strongly connected to the moon, but I'm seeing the Sun and the Moon, like Spirit is showing me polarity. So this person could be like divine masculine energy and you identify as divine feminine, or this person could have that. Yeah, I keep seeing it that way, like the Sun and the Moon, like Spirit keeps highlighting that. So there's something to that. I don't know, maybe there's a mythology out there to do with the Sun and the Moon. I would look that up because I feel like there's going to be something in there for you, but Spirit keeps showing me that. Okay, so we have the sun here. The sun does rule Leo, so that is a sign that you can look out for. But that's divine masculine energy, baby. That is a life force. The sun is that courage, that strength, that willpower, that energy that fuels us all, that gives life to our planet, that gives life to the entire, well, not the entire, maybe our solar system. But with this person, I feel like they bring a very grounding force. I'm also picking up on a serious undertone with this person. Strong father energy, which is almost giving me like more Saturnian energy. So this person may have Cap in their first house or in their Venus. We have Venus. We have Gemini. We have Aquarius. We have Aries here. So this person is quite interesting. A lot of air energy with Gemini and Aquarius showing up. Gemini is the twins, more of that duality energy, more of that sun and the moon energy. You know, they say Gemini got the good angel and the bad, and the good angel and the devil on their shoulders. This person is emotionally intelligent. I definitely pick up on an energy of them being very smart, someone who can have an intellectual conversation. And this person, they may have a really nerdy job, I'm seeing. There's something that they really kind of nerd out about. It could be languages, symbology, sacred geometry, numbers. Yeah, Spirit is highlighting numbers. So they may have a career in banking or accounting, anything that highlights numbers, anything that has to do with numbers. And then we have Aquarius here. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, our planet of change, the great awakener, you know, our planet of rebellion. I just saw 333. So this person has a rebellious nature to them as well, a very fun nature. They like to have fun. They like to explore. They like change. And I'm also seeing spontaneity. And I feel like that's going to come through in the most beneficial way, because it's like this is the kind of person who will surprise you with a bouquet of flowers or surprise you with food delivery at work. Ooh, heavy on the food delivery. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get some of that. Okay. One thing about me, I do not play about my meal. Okay, I gotta eat. So if you feed me, we're basically married at that point. Like, are you trying to, you want to get, okay, anyway. But yeah, with Aquarius here, you know, that makes this person really have this kind of childlike nature to them. And Aquarius is the water bearer. Am I the only one who thought Aqua was a water sign growing up? Because I definitely did before I got into astrology. And the water bearer means that they've learned to control and harness that emotional energy, that water energy. So Aquarians typically have a high level of emotional intelligence, and a high level of empathy. Maybe they don't show it, but they definitely have the ability to resonate and to truly feel what other people are feeling. So this person, I just feel them being so validating to you. And also I feel you being very free with this person. I mean, we have Aries here as well. That is the first of the zodiacs, okay? Aries needs more love. I feel like they get a bad rep because, you know, maybe they'll fly off the handle, but respectfully. And with good reason. But Aries, you know, they also have this kind of childlike quality to them where it's like they do have this sense of leadership and, you know, kind of growing into themselves. It's really like a beautiful, cool thing to watch. So, you know, I keep getting these energies of this person having this kind of like strong connection to their inner child and this quirkiness, and that allows you to feel like you can be free in your weird self. Okay, it makes you feel like you can just kind of be yourself and you don't have to perform. But if you're feeling crazy, you can be crazy. And then we have Venus. So this person is a romantic. They love, they love to be in love with you. And heavy on the romantic energy, like Spirit's bringing me back to, now I'm seeing edible arrangements. Yeah, and I feel like that's the perfect way to describe this person. It's like they can't just give you a bouquet of roses, like they got to give you a bouquet of fruit. Like an edible arrangement. It has to be somewhat unconventional or, you know, unique. Definitely a lover though. Spirit, where or how will they meet this person? We got the deck kind of exploded for you. Spirit, where or how will they meet this person? Ooh. I'm seeing a bookstore, but it's almost like a non-conventional bookstore. Take that how you will. But Spirit is showing me that. And we do have the study card. So for those of you who are in school, this person could be in your class or your next round of classes if you have plans to go to a new school specifically in the near future, like within the next year. I do see this person, you meeting them in relation to your study. I'm also seeing a bookstore that has like a cafe in it. So you could be meeting this person at a cafe. They could be reading. You could even meet them at like a coffee shop and they're reading, and then, you know, you walk in and catch their attention and blah, 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 the magic happens. But we have the study card here. So you can meet this person as you're doing, I'm hearing language exchange. If you're studying to learn any sort of new language, you may be upgrading off of Duolingo and finally saying, okay, let me talk to some people so I can get a real feel of conversationally how people speak. So you can end up meeting this person that way, especially if you're doing any sort of travel in relation to higher learning of a culture or a language. I actually just saw a video not too long ago, and it's like this girl was doing a video on a 2-week trip to Japan that she went on for free. It was through some program where basically, listen, I don't know if it's real or not. Okay, it looked legit. I mean, she literally went on the, you know, and everything, but I don't know. I just don't trust people these days. And that's a little fishy to me, because the way she explained it was like, they just, you know, they're paying, you know, people who are from other countries, they're paying them to come here, and they're paying for like your airfare, your stay, and da da da. She said like 2 meals a day, and she said you can get like half of it paid for or full of it paid for, and she got the full paid for package. So listen, I don't know, okay, travel responsibly, but you could end up in some sort of situation like that. We do have intuition. So luckily your intuition will guide you exactly where you need to be. I love when messages like this come out, because it just makes everything so much easier. It just gives you the confirmation like, okay, you don't have to do the most and try to like look for this person and frantically find them. Your intuition will guide you right up to it. And we also have divine timing here. So I got that for all 4 piles today, not this card specifically, but a message of spirit kind of leading us to our people. So that is a collective energy here. All 4 piles have gotten this energy to some degree, where it's like spirit is actually leading you directly to your person. So yes, my collective, we don't got to do the most, okay? We don't chase, we attract per. But I do see you meeting this person in divine timing. Spirit, where or how? Oh, we got longing and seclusion, and then we have the passions card. I feel this so hard. It'd be like that group 4. Spirit is saying you're meeting this person as you're following your passion. So definitely lean into where spirit is leading you at this time. If spirit is leading you to put out your poetry, put out your music, put out your writing, to share your story, to create that platform, to write that book, to communicate, to, you know, get into public speaking, or whatever it is, like whatever your passion is. It could be physical art, it could be literally just enjoying your life. A lot of people's purpose is to just enjoy their life. But the more you lean into your passions, the closer you're going to get to this person. I'm also seeing fashion. Spirit is showing me that. So this could be even just appearing the way that's authentic to you. Say you know, kind of dress to fit in or to be more low key. Spirit could be calling you, you know, into some first house changes where you're changing your physical appearance and you're being more authentic and you're allowing your true style to shine, allowing people to see you, you know, for who you really are on a deeper level. And we got the longing card here. So you guys may read a lot of books. I'm picking up on something that you do that kind of curbs this. So this could be reading books. This could be watching a certain kind of content, but there's something that you have in your life that I feel is good for you. That is kind of maybe creating this longing to a degree, but also satisfying you in the moment. So I feel like that's fine. But I can definitely sense that you're about ready. It's like, really, spirit could have delivered this to you yesterday. And that would have been perfect for you. But here we are with the, the seclusion card. So you may be in hermit mode right now. I think that's fine, especially with you meeting your person in divine timing. Like I said, I've gotten that as a collective energy at this point. Every single pile, I've gotten a message of spirit kind of being like, you actually don't have to manifest this. You don't have to do the most. So maybe that's why, maybe it's because of the nature of the reading, because it is tapping into who you're meant to be with. It wouldn't make sense for you to have to like manifest the person you're meant to be with. So now that I think about it, I think that's just because of the nature of who we're tapping into. Okay, so Spirit, what will happen? How will this come about? What is their path to their person? We have the Ten of Swords reversed and the Novice of Cups reversed. So I see some sort of level up here. This is a recovery. We have the Hierophant. Interestingly enough, they're book burning in this deck. So I see you tapping into sacred knowledge. You could be starting a meditation practice, some sort of spiritual practice, something that is guiding you, leading you to higher learning, higher knowledge. I was feeling that with your person as well, like an academic kind of vibe. But I see this coming together, Ten of Swords reversed after a long-term relationship. Oh no, Spirit just said long-term situationship for someone. So this could be like the person that you're meeting after you have Novice of Cups reversed, leveled up, and Hierophant learned through something that Ten of Swords reversed felt like it was meant to destroy you. I don't feel like it was. I just felt like I feel like it was very intense. And honestly, LTRs do that. Long-term relationships, like, they're not for the weak. Like, you have even versions of yourself that you have to mourn after that relationship. So allow yourself to go through, your process, your full process, and try not to be too hard on yourself. We got the Elder of Swords here and the Devil. This is exactly what I see. I see right after you get out of this long-term relationship, you're attracting people to you like a magnet. You go through your little healing process. Surprisingly, it's not taking you that long to heal, but I do see that you have like waves of sadness that'll come in every few months. But the healing itself, I feel like because you have maybe let go of the relationship, like in your heart, it's not something that it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like, you have a chip on your shoulder. It doesn't feel like something is bothering you. It feels like you get through it pretty quickly. But right after you're out of this relationship, after you go through your healing process, Elder of Swords, you're actually in quite an advantageous position where you're showing up like, Swords isn't the most friendly energy. It's very direct in your communication. It can even be like blunt. People may say that you're blunt these days or that you changed. Ignore that stuff. You're showing up as your first line of defense. And that's exactly how it should be. But we got the Devil card here. So you're attracting a lot of people. Spirit is showing me zombie symbolism. Like there's a lot of unawakened souls that once they come across your paths, once they cross paths with you, once they connect with you, you immediately like spontaneously awaken them and then they're just chasing. So I feel like you're giving this diamond in the rough energy and a lot of people are attracted to you and kind of chasing after you. We got the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords underneath that. You're getting a lot of swords energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a lot of air sign energy. We got the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords. So Spirit is kind of saying, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. There's a little bit of a spiritual warfare kind of energy here. So I'm not going to lie. I feel like this person is like, I just heard Garden of Eden. That's very specific. But I see like the way just clearing and opening. And it's like the meadow in Twilight, like just this beautiful passage of green and wildflowers, a safe space, a garden for you. Why I keep getting this like futuristic zombie apocalypse energy with you guys. That's your I wouldn't say that's your vibe, but that's the energy and the vibe around you. It's like, it's very apocalyptic. You may be noticing people and feeling like, man, I just don't feel like I can connect with people anymore. It feels like people are distant or away. They're not in their consciousness or fully in their body. It feels like I'm not even talking to someone. A lot of people are in autopilot. And you could be really picking up on that energy, really feeling that. And I feel like that's 1,000% valid. And it's like everybody is kind of sweating you and wanting to be with you. And then the clearing, the way opens, the fog clears, and right away, red string theory. The string snaps between you and your person, and both of you kind of know it, like love at first sight, that there's a match here. So it's going to be so clear who your person is. We got the intuition card that did come out before, and we did have divine timing that came out before. So we got the High Priestess in reverse and the Strength card. Spirit is saying, not going to lie, I'm not giving you a whole lot of confirmation of where this is or how it's happening. It's really like whenever I can get you at the same place at the same time as when it will happen. So it'll be a matter of chance. It'll be more of a random thing versus something you're planning for or really working towards doing the most for. So High Priestess in reverse, yeah, you may see a little bit of symbolism, but it's probably going to feel like the calm before the storm. You may get an angel number here or there. You may get a hint here or there, especially when you're really going through it and you need a little pick-me-up. But other than that Strength card, there's going to have to be a lot of trust that you're just on the right path, and you'll want to kind of lean into where and what Spirit is leading you to, because this is almost feeling like a matter of chance. Spirit, can we get the timeline for group 4? We got Taurus season, April 20th to May 20th. We got 08. You can meet this person on the 8th of the month or in August. A lot of end of the year activity here as well. This could be someone that you've already met at the end of the year or someone you will meet at the end of this year. Yeah, a lot of end of the year energy. We got Sagittarius season, Capricorn season, and December. So I would say really April 20th is right around the corner. So any time between April and the end of the year is when you will meet the person you are meant to be with. A lot of cards came out for the end of the year. We got Sag season, which is November 22nd to December 21st. And that's the sign just before Cap season, which we got as well, December 22nd to January 19th. And then we got December. So I would say there's a really strong highlight towards December, and I'm picking this up for those of you who may have something planned, or maybe it's not planned now, but there will be a shift near the end of the year, and that will directly align you with your person. Don't feel like you have to do the most though to make it happen or to get it. It's really going to happen to you. So really just be open, have fun, okay? Like I said, I see you guys are doing a bit of healing. So if you're watching this and you're in a relationship now, see, and that's why you know what, let me mind my business. But if you are, you know, and you're kind of feeling like Spirit is calling you elsewhere, yeah, I can't see that as well, but I also see it leading you to the person you're meant to be with. So definitely worth anything you may be going through now. We have number 8, we have number 17, and we have the 20. So you can meet this person on the 8th, the 17th, or the 20th of the month. Also, if you're someone who kind of asks Spirit for a confirmation that this is your message or anything like that, if you're born on either of those days, either of these days, these numbers, if you've been seeing a lot of symbology to do with these numbers, that would be your validation there. And also you can see different combinations of these as angel numbers as a way for Spirit to communicate to you that your person is getting closer and closer. Because we did get the High Priestess in reverse and the Strength card. So Spirit is just like, okay, yeah, High Priestess in reverse, I'm not giving you very many signs. So you'll get a little bit of signs, but it'll be, you know, kind of few and far in between. And with the Strength card, you're really being called to trust and just kind of live your life, have fun, keep these zombies up out of your energy, and this will happen for you. And that's what I have for you, group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.